ॐ जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः. Thakur is demonstrating the ecstatic love where man loses all his holds on this world and the nature releases the soul from all bonds to transport the soul to a higher level of consciousness beyond the realm of nature. We enter the realm of the transcendental. Sri Ramakrishna is practically demonstrating how a bhava can transport you to the transcendental realm, which needs millions of years of sadhana. Just by love of God, you can just enter into the. Are we able to love God? We are not able to love anything in our life to the extent I am able to forget my body and world. Where do we forget our body and mind? In loving some object or some person in the world? No, never. Because the innermost intention and seeking of the heart are different. My heart is seeking enjoyment. My soul is seeking something of this world. And love doesn't permit it to transcend the limitations of the nature. It binds deeper and deeper in the world. But when we start loving God, we slowly start evolving to a higher level of our existence. Slowly get rid of the bodily existence. How it happens, in what way, Sri Ramakrishna is demonstrating the whole thing, taking the people have come to sing the bhajans and he is entering into higher. Usually our mind goes to so many things. A group of bhajan, yesterday there was bhajan went on in the ashrama, some great singer came, many of us we joined, the group was there. And how do we view it? How many people could take the advantage of that happening to at least peep and understand, intellect to understand, peep beyond the normal range of our thinking? Perhaps none. Because we are interested in how pleasing is singing, how pleasing is his voice, how much of perfection he is maintaining, how are his expressions, how are his words. And he has a comment at this level. How the God's presence was there, how did the nature was participating, how God was participating. These views we never see. Here Sri Ramakrishna is, wherever they are singing, he just takes the support of it and leaves the whole thing and catches the vastu, the object. Straight away catches the Krishna and all other details are dropped off. How to stretch ourselves beyond the normal thinking. The brain works in a particular way, it is accustomed from the birth. It has created some grooves, it has created some understanding, it has labeled everything. So within this range, this is called mechanical working of the brain. The mechanical working, behind the mechanical working, there is a non-mechanical entity governing the brain, working of the brain. It is here that we manipulate and awaken the Medha Shakti. Medha Shakti belongs to the non-mechanical aspect of the brain. Even the modern science, when they analyze the brain and its function, it is mechanical. There is a software behind which makes the brain work in a particular way. You cannot alter manipulate the functioning of the brain, but you can manipulate the software behind it, which is making the brain work in a mechanical fashion. So here we manipulate. From here directly we take the roots to the what is making that work is most important. Here we get the Sri Ramakrishna's how he leaves all things. All things are necessary, important. The drums beating, the harmonium going on, so many things are participating. The cymbals striking, the voice of the singer, the way he sings, the ragas, talas, everything is essential. But all things are left, and these are all meant to hold something. If you don't hold and got caught somewhere in this thing, this cycle, this system, you'll be losing the purpose for which the purpose is defeated. So we try to enter into just hold on to it, utilize it, and shift. That's what Sri Ramakrishna is showing us. The one half of the round the neck on one side, a wild flower garland hangs, and on the other, there swings a necklace of precious gems. The comparison between Krishna and Radha is given. Radha and Krishna, they have come together. The Jivatman and Paramatman have come together. Paramatman is wearing, Krishna is wearing all natural things. And Jiva is decked with all things which are precious and which are ornamental. How the difference between more and more and more, God is the simplest thing. And you can see in nature anywhere. But Jiva has to put on so many things. Jnana, knowledge it has to. Knowledge emerges, radiates from the Paramatma. For Jivan, it has to acquire the knowledge, to erase the ignorance. So it is like ornamentation. He is holding on to something and decorating himself as if he is acquiring jnana, he is acquiring bhakti, he is acquiring good qualities, he is acquiring humility. All these are like artificially he is putting on all these to transcend the nature and go beyond. In Ishavasyopanishad, we see avidyaya mrityun tirtva vidyaya amritam ashnute. He attains avidyaya mrityun. Avidya, through avidya, he crosses mrityun tirtva. The whole of nature he transcends, holding on to the avidya. And through vidya, he attains the immortality. How it differs? Avidya. Here, avidya doesn't mean ignorance. Ajnana, it is not ajnana. It's avidya, it's vidya. It is vidya and avidya. It's a differentiation among the vidya itself. Avidya, when its term is used, it is lower vidya and higher vidya. Here, acquisition of humility, acquisition of bhakti, it is awakening from within. All these are Avidya is going to drop away. All this once you attain God, all your jnana will go away, all your bhakti will go away. You till what? Till you merge in Him. Afterwards, where is jnana, where is ajnana? You are crossing over. You are bringing jnana to destroy the ajnana only. And vidya is which makes you attain that. Vidya is what after attaining God, what you possess is vidya. You may be released from nature, but to enter, you are released from the hand. The sugar is released from the hand and it is falling into the water to dissolve itself. So, release is one. The death, the hold, the nature is releasing. And another aspect of it is making it merge in the avidyaya mrityun tirtva vidyaya amritam ashnuti. Here it is. Here, this is the vidya that we are going to hold on to. How clearly Sri Ramakrishna demonstrates, you see. All this is necessary in the music, singing, the devotional songs. But what you have to hold is, these are all necessary to release yourself from all things of the nature. Your family is holding, your things are holding, you have to maintain, your duties are holding. All that for a moment, you are released from all that. And this music is making you, releasing you from all things. And you have to, once it is released, you have no purpose of this, what is making you release. You have to hold on to the vastu. Holding on to God through singing is where you are raised to the higher level of consciousness, released from the all lower understandings and bondages, and then you hold. This is avidya you are holding on to just to raise to the level of vidya. After holding on to God, what you possess is vidya, Brahma vidya. The difference, how they are establishing, you see. One half shines with yellow gold, the other bluest sapphire. Round the neck, on one side, a wild flower garland hangs, God's natural, Krishna's. And on the other, there swings a necklace of precious gold. God is neutral. The devotee has decked himself with the love of God, bhakti, prema. That prema is going to end through the union with God. A ring of gold adorns one ear, a ring of shell the other. One is natural, one is artificial. The artificial is created, jnana, this, that, everything, just to transcend and go beyond. Half of the brow is bright as blazing midday sun, and the other softly gleams with the glow of the rising moon. Between Radha and Krishna. Upon one half of the head, a graceful peacock feather stands, and the form of the other half, there hangs a braid of hair. So, the Jiva and Ishvara, the Lord is meeting, the Jivatman is reaching the Paramatman. Radha represents the Jivatman in collective oneness, and Krishna represents the Lord of the universe, Paramatman, Jivatman and Paramatman. They are one, it is Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke. His own spark had gone to move around, and it is returning back to him. As the music came to a close, the master said, Bhagavata Bhakta Bhagavan, and bowed down low to the devotees seated on all sides. Bhagavata Bhakta Bhagavan. Bhagavata is what indicates or gives the understanding. There, that person is there. Bhagavata. And in it, all the secrets of identification, holding this, everything is given. How do you identify God? How do you evolve to a higher level of consciousness where you can experience Him directly? All these, Bhagavata. It is in another way, God is presenting. Whenever you see, you must understand the Guru Tattva. Always. The Guru Tattva is something we have to clearly understand. In Guru Tattva, we see the concept. The Guru is manifestation of God in another form. The understanding, how it enlightens you. A Guru is an object. The God's Jiva Tarana Shakti is manifesting through a person to make the Jiva come back to the source. His own power has shot him, the Jiva, outside. Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhutta Sanatana. That Jiva, he has made another plan for it to come back also, like a boomerang. You throw that instrument, it comes back to you. The force is God's. God's will made that Jiva to appear in the universe. It is making it come back. The coming back force that emerges from God to make the Jiva reach back the source is Guru. It can manifest in any way, through any person, any time. But it is through the God that Guru manifests, and in God that Guru Tattva merges back. At the time of vision of God also, the Guru emerges and shows, look there, he is your Ishtadevata. And after your vision and finding, understanding, realizing God, he emerges back in the Ishtadevata. So we see how the Guru Tattva functions. Here, the Bhagavata, Bhakta and Bhagavan. Bhagavata is what is making you, giving the clear understanding of God. This is God's Shakti manifested as Bhagavata. Bhagavata, when you see Guru, it is not different from God, because it has emerged from God. It has emerged from God and is living in God. The emergence from God, living in God, and merging back in God. So Bhagavata is something, a Guru, a part of the Guru, which is emerging out as Bhagavata to give the, look there, a thing called God is there, attaining which you need not go through. What you are seeking in the world in small quantities is there in the ocean, and that is yours. This is, you are a beggar here, asking for small joys of the world. There, you are master of that ocean and come here as a beggar, you are moving about for the same thing. In small iota level, ocean is there, yours. So Bhagavata is something, it is showing there, indicating. And this is the power of God which is manifesting as Bhagavata. Bhagavata is God in another form, and Bhagavan is the Lord. And Bhakta. Bhakta is where God is dancing in his heart. In great joy, God is present there. Whenever you sit for meditation, turn inward and start going for meditation inward. First thing you have to think yourself is God is sitting there, waiting for me with all eagerness, filled with love for me. And then out of infinite compassion is waiting there for me. So with that attitude and only we go. And it is how God is waiting actually for the jivas. Again coming back. It is like mother sends a small child to the nursery school or pre-nursery school. She sends and she's whole day she's waiting for the child to come back. Till evening she is making fully aware the child is there. It's going to come in the evening. All are things that are necessary for child and herself to be free from all duties when the child comes. How eager she is by the evening when the child comes back. Same way, God has sent the jiva to the world. It's waiting again for its return home. So this is Bhakta. In Bhakta you'll see Bhagavan is there giving joy from within, strength from within, to bear all the odds of life, to look upon the pain and pleasure as equal, loss and the mana, apamana, sukha, dukkha, all these dualities. Bear, my child. I am giving you the strength. I am making you an elephant, and small things are very easy to bear. So much of strength I will give you from within. Don't worry about your past karmas. The God from within is giving all the strength just to be able to concentrate. I saw many people, even at the last days, they are intensely suffering bodily, but their mind is calmly sitting in God, including many sadhus. The body is undergoing its karmic load of suffering, as if the main switch is put off and is not able to understand the pain, is not able to feel. God has separated, insulated that from body, and he is joyfully sitting on the lap of mother inside his own that suffering body. So that much of God is there in every respect, in every aspect, to see that his devotee is safe, is with him, pervading him, manifested within him, in his heart shining forth in his own consciousness. So Bhakta, Bhagavata, Bhagavan. When you meet the true devotees of God, you will see they don't speak anything other than God. They remain merged in God. They come to exchange their talks. Even some of the ashramite vanaprasthis I see, they talk to their family people, brothers and sisters, only spiritual matters and of God and God alone. No, how are you? How are your children? Never comes into picture. Everything is taken care. I know. Now, this book I read, this is the thing I read. They exchange. How are the devotees helping each other? Each information they got, each experience they got, how God saved through so many dangers. They go on exchanging. This is how they live. So this is what we need to do. Bhakta, Bhagavan. Whenever you see any Bhakta, remember God. Because our eyes are not yet so much pure to see the Ishtadevata. When Mahapurush Maharaj, the devotees used to come. First thing he would, seeing a person coming far off, he would fold his hand, join his hands, and just wait, looking at that person coming to him. He is not seeing that person, he is seeing the Ishtadevata in him. Like a chariot coming, he is seeing the God in him, his Ishtadevata. Suppose he is worshipper of Shiva, he is seeing Shiva coming in a chariot as if. Somebody is Durga's devotee, Durga is coming to him. Till he comes very close, he is not able to see that person, who is that, recognize that person, but he is seeing that Devata coming. Afterwards, when this talk begins, Maharaj Namaste, he is coming back slowly to see the bodily existence of Jiva. This is Bhakta and Bhagavan are one and the same. When you see any Bhakta of anything, remember your Ishtadevata. He touched with his forehead the ground made holy by the singing of sacred music. Always Sri Ramakrishna used to do that. When the singing is going on, everything goes on. He used to go down to that place, take the dust and put on his head. It was now about 9:30 in the evening. Surendra entertained master and other devotees with sumptuous feast. When it was time to take leave of their host, the master, the devotees and Surendra entered the worship hall and stood before the image. Surendra entertained master and his devotees with sumptuous feast. This is one of the things. Last, who all the people join, sing, glory, everything. Then they are given prasad. The prasad is what is offered to God and which not only maintains the pranas that sustain the bodily existence, but goes beyond its limit to purify the mind and physical bodily existence also. Because the food offered to God is not only pure, but makes the person pure. When it is offered to God, it becomes prasad. All the defects are removed and infused with that power. It's called pavana. Shuddha, pavitra, pavana. Shuddha is physical cleaning. Shuddha. Pavitra is the vibrations of the worldliness is removed. Pavitra. Pavana is what it can give purity to others. Pavitrata, which can give pavitra to the other. Now Gangachal, we put on. It gives pavitrata to us. So that which is giving pavitrata is called the pavana. Pavana Ganga. Like that prasada is pavana, which makes purifies you, or which makes you pavitra, or removing all the worldly vibrations within you, removing all the physical impurities in you. Every organ is associated with vasanas. Hands, eyes, everything. It looks through the vasana. Now these vasanas will not affect. After being with God for some time, you will see that everything has become divine. Slowly you stretch yourself beyond the limits to see God in everything. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.